What's going on, everybody's fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. I'm going to speak to you today about yet another Spirit of Dubai fragrance, but this one kind of separates itself from the pack. If you've seen some of the other ones and you felt those may be like a little too challenging or there's just way too many notes, whatever the case is, this one's definitely going to separate itself from those for a lot of reasons. Number one, if you like me, and you do blind buy fragrances and you typically just read the notes and say to yourself, I know how these notes usually work with each other, so I kind of get what it's going for. I can go ahead and purchase it. I think I know what's going on here. Then you go to Spirit of Dubai and you read all of those notes and you are overwhelmed. The same system does not apply. Not to mention, you can't just take the notes at face value with Spirit of Dubai because what you read is not really what you're going to get. All those things are so well blended that you don't always get what you're expecting, especially with a lot of those scarier, darker, harsher, animalic notes. So that's one. Number two, there's a lot less notes in here and it's super friendly. So friendly how? Very gourmand leaning, very sweet, but not overly sweet. Little bit of darkness just to keep it Spirit of Dubai in there, kind of those, a little bit of those stronger notes, but still very friendly, probably the easiest to get along with. So if you're trying to start collecting this house and you want to get in on the easy way, this is probably the back door of the collection. This is the cheat code. This is the one that pretty much anybody can like, in my opinion. Now, I know I like a lot of stuff that some people don't like, so still may be a little too radical for you, but this is probably going to be the easiest to like just at first whiff. So with this fragrance here, number one, we look at the presentation, which is essentially the same presentation you're going to get with all your Spirit of Dubai, except the cap is different. The cap color, rather, is different. Inside, the little logo is different, but the stud is the same. The design is the same. The etchings are the same. The glass bottle is the same. And then here, the label that goes around has a different type of art depicting one of the elements of Dubai. This is depicting the sand or the desert. And this actually feels, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually sandy, like it's like sandpaper. Then it has the gold trim. Very classy looking. I love the detail they put in to actually putting something in the art that actually depicts that element they want you to feel or they're trying to express. But let's look at the notes for Rimal. So Rimal has in the top notes vanilla, fruity notes, white florals, saffron, cinnamon, and nutmeg. In the mid, it has patchouli, styrax, sweet notes, incense, rose, ylang-ylang. And in the base, it has caramel, leather, amber, vetiver, cistus, labdanum, sandalwood, musk, and agarwood. And if you've seen me read off any of the others, you know, or just go to Fragrantica when you get a chance and read that long list, like 10, 15 per. Kind of quick to the point, and the fragrance is kind of to the point as well. When I smell this fragrance right here, this is a love. This is definitely a love for me, and I'm realizing more and more that I love saffron when it's with nutmeg, and this does it so well. Okay, so as soon as it opens, I do get a blast of that saffron and that nutmeg and that cinnamon. So it's a sweet, spicy opening with a little bit of vanilla. So you get a little bit of creaminess, a little bit of that gourmand feel. Nothing too gourmand yet, though. Just a little bit, just enough to really, pull you in. That spiciness works so well with the sweetness. It's more, overall, a sweet kind of spicy opening. And this is going to last for, I have some over here too. It's going to last about a good 10 minutes or so before it really transitions into the mid. And in the mid, you're going to get that patchouli. The patchouli in this fragrance is a very nice, sweet, not very earthy patchouli. And I guess the patchouli used with Spirit of Dubai, just like most of the notes, are really good, high quality. So you kind of get the best version of the notes you're smelling in these fragrances. Then it's followed by those sweet notes. Now, those sweet notes just as sweet notes. So I'm assuming it's some type of I don't know, synthetic sweet notes in there, but you do get the incense. So it adds a little bit of smokiness. So you have that sweetness, that smokiness, and that additional kind of earthy sweetness from the patchouli. And by the time you get to the base, you start getting that caramel coming up, which is a little more dense kind of sweetness. Gets a little thicker, a little more realistic and sense of gourmand. You get that amber, that has vanilla in there as well. You get that labdanum, so it's gonna add a little bit of spicy kind of smokiness to it. You get that sandalwood, which adds an additional layer of creaminess. And you have that agarwood. Now, again, I have been noticing sometimes they put agarwood, sometimes they put oud, so this might just be the actual wood. I can't know for sure, but at the end of the day, what you get is a really nice saffron, nutmeg, cinnamon spice bomb that is not overpowering. With vanilla, you're going to get that patchouli and some smokiness, and you're going to get that caramel and some additional smokiness from the labdanum, and that nice high quality agarwood, a little smoky, little woody. That sandalwood helps cream everything out so it doesn't get too cloying or overbearing. Overall, this becomes a really nice Middle Eastern gourmand with some very nice spicy facets that is not going to be overpowering. It's not going to be off-putting. This is a very easy fragrance to like. If you can identify within your mind, in your collection, those fragrances that carry a high quality saffron that may have an additional sweet, spicy component to it, this might be in that realm, but add a creamy gourmand to it with that vanilla and that caramel and that sandalwood and that amber. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that I like in one place. No, it's not boozy. No, it's not really dark. But trust me, the gourmand quality of this fragrance is above and beyond. It's something different from what I'm used to with the rest of Spirit Dubai, because a lot of them can be very intense. And this is just not it. This is a way more user-friendly fragrance that is actually a really high quality gourmand. Like, it's the best of both worlds. Anybody can get with this one. If you have not tried Rimal, I suggest you do, because this might be the one that wins you over and makes you want to check out the rest of the house. Kind of to the point, like I said, this one is not too much to say. It's good. It's one that I absolutely recommend without any warning. So check out Rimal from Spirit of Dubai out of their first generation. That's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the video, please like. If you have something to add, please comment. And if you're not subscribed, please do. Why not? You're already watching the video. Might as well get down with the crew. And I'm going to keep adding more videos. I have to get through all of these. So at some point, you're going to see a fragrance you like. And if you have a fragrance that I might have in here that you want me to go over, drop it in the comment. If I get to your comment and I read it and it's in here, I will definitely knock it out. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching this long, fragged out, swagged out, and I'm out.